I bike a lot. Yeah. Bicycle, not motorcycle, just to clarify. It's a lot of scary things. Getting doored. I haven't gotten doored yet. I almost got doored about twice, but I kind of saw that the driver, you know what I mean? Like, usually, like, if I'm riding beside a bunch of cars, I'll keep an eye on the road, have an air out, and then kind of look at the side view mirrors of drivers to see if someone's in there or if the lights are off, if someone's in there and what they're doing. Because you look at a side view mirror, right? And I see a guy like da 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 da. He might get ready to pull his door open, and that's not fun. Because the other thing with dooring is that you're riding here. This is the car. You're riding here, and there's traffic here. So the best way to avoid getting doored is to curl around. Like they door you, they're coming, you're coming, they door, and you gotta like swerve around it, right? But you swerve around, there could be a car coming behind, and you might swerve into a car. So you avoid getting doored, but you get hit by a car, and that's the scariest thing about avoiding getting doored. Like but anyway, so I'll look at rearview mirrors if a car is parked. I look at rearview mirrors. Sorry, side view mirrors if a car is parked. Side view mirrors if a car is moving because it gives you an indication of what the driver's doing. But I can't. It's hard to see. It's not always. You don't always get a clear view of the driver. So I'll look at the front tires to see how fast they're like if they're starting to spin, if they're turning. You know what I mean? Because like there's a delayed reaction between what a front tire does and what the rest of the or the actual car moves, how the actual car moves after the front tire goes, right? And I have a driver's license, and I'll end up driving some like once or twice a week. I used to drive a lot more in some previous jobs, and but right now it's like on stress week. But driving a car versus being on a bike versus just walking as a pedestrian, I feel like you get a better understanding of someone in each position as you do it. So you drive a car, you look at the road signs, you see how other bikers go. Being on a bike, I'll see drivers give me like more room. Like they'll pass me with a lot more room than I actually need, and if I'm passing them, I know what I can fit through, so I'm a lot closer to them. But if they're coming up, they're kind of like, oh, I just got a whole bunch of room. So you know what I mean? Like you kind of get a better understanding of what each person needs or what each person's thinking about. You're driving a car, you're like, okay, I need to go here, or I'm not sure what my turn is. I'm not sure how to get to this place. And you look at a car in another car or on a bike, and you'll see someone like they slow down, like they're gonna turn up there, but they drive up, and it's like okay, they're probably gonna slow down again because they're trying to make the right turn, and you get a better insight for what they're most likely thinking about. You have a better understanding of what they're most likely gonna do. So like let's say yesterday, right? Um, there's a truck that stopped in the road. I guess the driver got out to do something, and he came back in. Right, I'm with my bike. There's space for me to go between the truck and parked cars. He came back in, had the door open, got up, climbed up, and the door was still open. So I slowed down a lot. I slowed down a lot. So I'm like, okay, he can actually get in, close the door. He can stay there with the door open longer, but I can't make it with the door open. Or you can get back out and close the door. Him getting back out is him being in my path. Him getting in the truck and closing doors like, you know, best case scenario. And but him staying there and is something that could happen as well. Yeah, ring a bell. A lot of times people have headphones on, did it, but didn't get any change in responses. So I gotta still account for what he's doing more than let him over after account for what he's gonna do over letting him know that I'm here because he mightn't hear it. You could have, a lot of people wear headphones these days, like I said. But what he ended up doing was kind of hanging out and like he was moving back out, but really slow. So, but I had a lot of time still because I knew that that was a possibility of what he could do. And that's the main point. Thinking about the possibilities of what other people could do or the possibilities of what other people are thinking about when they're in different situation in different types of vehicles or not vehicles gets you a better understanding of what might happen, and I think it makes you a safer driver, biker, walker, pedestrian person in general because you could say, all right, when I walk I think about this, this, and this, and this because you've been through it, so you know what can happen, and you in the driver's seat, you know what can happen, you know what rules you follow, you know where you can go, you know what can happen. Being on a bike, same thing. So, if possible, try to do all three. If you're gonna be on a road, it's good to understand the different types of vehicles you're gonna be in. Um, I'm studying up on CDL, it's like a CDL driver's manual right now, and there are things like button nosing versus it's a little jargony, but whatever. Like the way you turn, like if you don't go, you go out. Like if you have to make a right turn here, like you go out and then you curl down. You don't like swerve around and then try to make it, because this will make people think you're gonna go left. And then so I've been paying extra attention to that now when I bike or if I'm in another car to see how other vehicles handle themselves, and I think it just makes everyone safer.